Well, everyone, it seems like every single other week there's a new little tidbit in this whole entire Apple third-party epic huge saga that we've had. And if you guys don't know, basically a long time ago, not even a long time ago, Epic, with Fortnite, they were trying to do these in-app purchases, and Apple actually took it down because they weren't giving the commission to the App Store for Apple or whatever it was. I think a majority even know this by now. And it seems like, at that time, Apple was saying privacy, 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 because, we can't allow people to do this stuff because apps and viruses, all this stuff, whatever they were saying. Well, after the iCloud thing with, Apple scanning our photos, that obviously wasn't a good look for Apple. But now, a front page of Reddit for the Apple subreddit, which is good to see, actually showed us that a new US antitrust bill is actually going to probably require Apple and Google to allow third-party app stores and side-loading of apps. Now, I don't know who wrote this because Google already allows this. Google allows you to install APK files. There's a bunch of third-party app stores on, Google as well on the Android side. So I don't know what, maybe like an official third-party store. I don't know what they're trying to say about that, but the Apple specific thing is a bigger issue because Apple did not allow you to do anything like this. They don't allow you to install third-party apps. The closest thing we have is like Test Flight officially, which allows you to test certain apps, but that's like for official developers. That's not even for like the average person. So someone like, me, I'm not like a person who makes these apps, so I don't know these things. But a developer has that ability. But there's so many workarounds. We've installed IPA files, there's jailbreaks, there's tweaked apps, signed IPA files, all that stuff. But this is actually pretty interesting because it's bipartisan. So at least in the US, it has support with both Republicans and Democrats, which is really interesting to see. And on top of that, it does seem like, the more and more people, that start looking into this, the more they're like, wow, like this is kind of sketchy. Like we're just letting Apple have full control over their ecosystem. Now, on one hand, they can say, oh, well, they made the ecosystem so they can do whatever they want to. But at the other hand, that's not always the case. Just because you own something doesn't mean you can literally do whatever you want to with it. There's obviously, you can do a lot with it, but there's always some exceptions. And if there's any like monopoly that's going on, the government can step in. I remember hearing a story about Microsoft and Apple and how like Microsoft was giving money to Apple because if they were to actually, get bankrupt and not be there anymore, Microsoft would be seen as a monopoly and they would have to either like split up their business and it wasn't worth it. So it was just worth it for them just to keep funding Apple, their competitor. In this case, there is a huge monopoly with Apple, at least in my opinion. It does seem like that because we're just stuck on Apple's apps. We have to use their default products, and if something doesn't get submitted to the App Store, there's no way we can see it. There's no way we can download it, at least officially on our iPhone. There's a bunch of workarounds. There's the web browser stuff where you can go through Safari, but based off this, it does look like it's gaining steam. Now, I haven't really seen this much news about this in the last year from, any time before. This is the first time this past year people have been going crazy about this, and the fact that we're getting another antitrust bill, the fact that we're getting so much information about this makes me think that at some point Apple is just going to give in and they're just going to allow us to do it. They can't stand behind their privacy thing anymore. They can't stand behind the thing where they're looking out for their consumer anymore, basically because of that iCloud, photo sharing, whatever that was, debacle of like last week. So I don't see them, people are starting to see that they're not like that face of privacy anymore, and especially with this bill, this is more apparent to me than now than ever because they're not really looking out for the consumer so much. They're looking out for themselves, and we'll see how it goes. But hopefully at some point Apple does allow third-party apps to run on their iPhones. We already have the capability. People are going to find out how to do it. Just let us do it officially, just like how Android already does with Google. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.